Democratic Senator Ron Wyden and Republican Senator Rand Paul are getting together to fight against the reauthorization of the Patriot Act in the Senate. They are coordinating their position, which is opposed to an extension of a lot of provisions of the Patriot Act. There are several provisions of the Patriot Act that will expire at the end of June, and this is probably going to become a big thing, and we're definitely going to be talking about it. And the Senate Majority Leader, Mitch McConnell, introduced an extension of the Patriot Act without any changes to some of the more controversial elements. This includes the bulk collection of phone data, which now is the subject of so much controversy. Ron Wyden and Rand Paul, both longtime critics of these expanded surveillance practices, but from opposite parties, Democratic and Republican, are going to be working together to try to prevent this extension from happening. An aide to Rand Paul saying he is ready to work with anyone who supports their opposition to the extension. Rand Paul saying they will be filibustering. I don't know what to think about this, Lewis. I mean, on the one hand, of course, we oppose many of the provisions in the Patriot Act. They were passed in this rushed and haphazard way after 9/11 and then expanded on and reauthorized by President Obama. It's great to have a counterpoint to the sort of blanket expansion of these types of practices. At the same time, I wonder, what can these two really get done, and what is going to be the impact more broadly on the legality of this type of surveillance if we have this type of opposition versus a decision that these practices may just not be constitutional? Where are we better served? I don't know. It is very interesting to see this.
Yeah, the Patriot Act has given way to everything that's happening today. And, I think that a lot of that is here to stay, regardless of what happens here, at least for the foreseeable future. But I guess as long as there is some effort to try and keep the government in check, that's all we can really hope for.
Yeah, and that's where some of my mixed feelings are coming, because I am very much opposed, especially as we find out that many of these techniques are simply not effective at preventing terror, to the blanket extension of them. At the same time, I don't want to see us fall into this sort of hyper-libertarian, freedom, liberty, disconnected from reality mentality. And I don't really think that's going to happen just with Ron Wyden and Rand Paul working together. But we are definitely going to cover the pending reauthorization and extension of some of these provisions. Next, it's been, I think, years, but we're going to check in with the Westboro Baptist Church. What's happening over there? How are they reacting to the move towards marriage equality that's happening nationally and at the state level in so many states? That's next.